I might have done only 14 films till now, 10 years. But number of stories I've shortlisted before doing this 14 films will be hundreds. So I can't keep narrating every film step to them. So Brahmastra needed certain number of days which I have to dedicate. And whereas this film is less number of days and a bigger responsibility also on my shoulders.
Yeah.
So I've just chosen this. It's just that I never tried to go and ask my mama get me a film, or my brother-in-law get me a film.
Yeah.
Always shown up, this is what I can do. This is what I can. You feel I suit your character, just give me an offer. Definitely from now on, maybe every year at least one film, proper action film, which can probably a benchmark film for certain people, certain filmmakers also. I'll try to do that.
Firstly, welcome to Pink Villa, Sudhir. It's lovely having you here.
Same here. Thank you so much.
My first question to you is, the teaser opens with the fact that your character is a filmmaker who is, looking to make formula films. In real life, have you ever come across filmmakers who come with you with a formula subject?
Oh, most of them. In fact, I also acted in one such film also, which didn't work. So, yeah, every second person would come with some formula kind of films. Especially if you are someone who can do some stunts, who can dance. People with that kind of a skill will more often than not get formula kind of films, I feel. So I've got many of them, but I was a little choosy in case I have to do or not, things like that. Yeah.
So when the filmmakers come to you with scripts which are formula, are you able to make that out in between the narration or right after the narration is over?
Yeah, to a certain extent you can predict that, because in case there's certain formula means it comes at a certain time. For example, the movie might start off with a song and comes up with a fight. So there's some certain time, every 20 minutes there's a song that should be coming, so that that formula. So in case something are forced into the story, then you can make out they are following the formula kind, which is not wrong also. Certain films work that way. You can guess what's the, is it a formula kind of film or during itself or at least after the narration?
Narration is done. Correct. Yeah. And if we look at your filmography, most of your films have been critically appreciated and have good ratings on IMDb and other platforms too. So what are the factors that you look into the script while, deciding if you want to do or not?
Basically, there's no fixed kind of a thing. Whatever I get, I try to gauge the film. Is this the film I would like to go and watch on the first day, first show?
Yeah.
Irrespective of I doing it or someone else doing it.
Okay.
So I try to judge the script based on the audience, with an audience perspective. So also these trends keep changing. Not necessarily the same formula would work, same kind of films work. It also depends on the mood of the audience, what kind of films they are accepting. So I don't have any fixed thing. There's no textbook wherein you can read and say, okay, these are the films that will work.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm just lucky. I've got some people in my family itself who are into films before I came into films, so I use their experience also as a case study while judging a film. Yeah. And I also always wanted to break what I have already done, so that people would have that the fresh feeling when they watch me again on the screen. So it's just that case to case, whatever comes coming my way, it's just my gut feeling. Okay, this will work. And I was fortunate enough to get good scripts and work with great filmmakers.
Correct. But like you said, that there have been people in your family who have had experience of films before you enter. When a script comes your way, like say, do you speak to Mahesh Babu whenever there's a doubt that should I do this film or no? Do you have those filmy conversations?
Not really. Whatever films I've done till date, I've chosen myself. But of course, I discuss with him in certain levels, but not in detail about the script. I just tell him, okay, this is the film I'm doing, this is the genre I'm attempting. It's only that.
Yeah.
In my family, that is there, wherein you can take your own decisions. And nobody interferes in your decisions. Sometimes you might fail taking decisions on your own. Yeah. But the beauty of it is you grow as an independent individual person. So yeah, I might just tell him what genre I'm doing, with who are the technicians I'm working with, but not in detail. Okay, this is the script or storyline, because everybody is busy.
True.
To take their 2 or 3 hours of their time for every script, it's, I might have done only 14 films till now, in 10 years, but number of stories I've shortlisted before doing this 14 films will be hundreds. So I can't keep narrating every film step to them. So it's that way. So you also grow as an individual, I can say that.
True. And
definitely after watching the film, they'll tell you their opinion, very frank opinion. That helps me in choosing my next scripts also.
And you are you got a lot of popularity in the Hindi belts after you did Baaghi. You were appreciated for the performance and all the stunts that you did. But we have not seen you here after that film. What keeps you away from Bollywood as such?
It's not a conscious decision to keep away from Bollywood, but I was busy working with different scripts over here. I did get a couple of interesting projects, but I don't know. There were a lot of big scripts over here that came my way, and there's a lot of scope for me to grow over here in Telugu film industry itself. And these days, if you have noticed also, it's not a conscious decision, but these days, if you have noticed, it's not required to jump industries and then do another film. For example, I don't have to leave Tollywood and do a film in Bollywood. You can grow in your own industry and still be recognized by the Bollywood people, because most of my films get dubbed in Hindi too. And if you see films like Bahubali, even before Bahubali was released, Rajamouli sir was known over there, Prabhas is known over there. So it's not required to just leave certain industry and jump into industry. All you can do is whatever industry you're working in, you got to be trying to grow, and people will recognize pan-India.
That's true. But I believe you were offered multiple you even spoke about Brahmastra in one of the things. What happened? Why didn't you that's such a big film? What went wrong in that front?
There's nothing wrong. It's like, I love the script. Absolutely, I love the script. But as I said, because I had prior commitments over here, and apart from that also, I like taking bigger responsibilities for a project. It was a challenging role, but I've seen myself in doing a little bit of stunts, being agile in different films, not just Baaghi, different films also. And there's someone else, some other filmmaker who offered me a role wherein nobody has seen me before. Films like Sammohanam. Nobody imagined that, a person like me who can do stunts, different stunts, just wear a kurta and be a very subtle performer be a children's book illustrator in that film. So nobody saw me in that way. So I thought that would be a bigger responsibility, a bigger challenge for me. And also, if you see, Brahmastra needed certain number of days which I have to dedicate. And whereas this film is less number of days and a bigger responsibility also on my shoulders. So I just chosen this. It's just that I thought I will keep getting interesting roles in future also. But still, Brahmastra is also a very good opportunity. But Sammohanam gave me one of my biggest hits in my career. And after that, same director, Indragan Mohan, he gave me 3 nice films. After that, I followed it with B. And now this My Bridge Meet Chappal is also the same director. And he's been respected as a very big director, very content-based director who's a national award winner also. So getting 3 continuous projects for him also
is a big thing, of course.
Actor,
And you complete 10 years in the industry on February 10th. That's when your first film as a lead actor released. How do you view this 10-year journey?
In case on the first day or the day I've decided to get into film, somebody comes up and says, okay, you will get a chance to do SMS, Sammohanam, Prem Katha Chitram, V, Sridevi Soda, and I would say wow, is there any better opportunity? Because all these films are proven, needs good actors to get our opportunities. So really happy. It's not just a lot of people can see that I've gained a lot of good fans, not just the fans that I've got from my family, but a lot of people who respect good actors like my work. So not only that, I've gained more respect in these 10 years as a person This success, being successful in films for last 10 years, that gave me a lot of respect from close friends, from family members. It's just not gaining funds, but gaining respect from all people all around me. I mean, there's a lot of things you can say. In those 10 years, I look back and see like every film I feel is a successful film for me. Not just because if you might have box office numbers also, but for me, because every film I give it my 100%. I can look back and say, okay, at this film I gave my 100%. This film I can count all my films I gave my 100%.
Yeah.
For me, that itself is a big satisfaction. And also, I mean, I look back and there are many things, you know. When you come into the film industry, then you set certain principles to yourself.
Yeah.
Then I can see that I've never broken those principles. Like I've never tried to go and ask my mama get me a film, or my brother-in-law get me a film.
Yeah.
Always shown up. This is what I can do. This is what I can. You feel I suit your character. Just give me an offer. That's how I approach. It's also happy to see people who've written great scripts, come to me and say, okay, I think you are the best for this, and not just directors or producers trying to set up a combination, setting up like, okay, this is the hero, this is the heroine, okay, we can sell this film for 25 crore or 30 crore. It never happened for me, in case you see my entire career also. Yeah. It's just that filmmakers, they've written great scripts and they come and say, okay, you're the right person for this, irrespective of what my market is at that point of time.
Right.
So looking back, all these things give me a lot of satisfaction in this journey of 10 years.
You are one of the best when it comes to action. You can pull off unbelievable stunts. We have seen that. So can we expect, on social media also we see these comments that fans want to see you in an spearhead an out-and-out action franchise like a John Wick, or a Mission Impossible. Can we expect you to do something on that zone in this second decade of your career?
Absolutely. That's what I'm trying to do from now on also. Earlier, it was a conscious decision not to do those, because in my first film, I still remember I've done some crazy stunts, crazy risks. Like I've walked on the wall and taken a flip, jumped from a building, almost like first floor of a building, and all these I've done.
Yeah.
But I've seen people didn't recognize the effort I've taken, the risk I've taken, the skill I've learned. So then I realized, it's important to have a right team also, the right budgets also. You have to showcase your skills, even though you're talented enough to do those. So then I thought, I'll concentrate on more of drama, concept-based films, and then get on there. So slowly I was getting there. I think I'm in that situation to choose anything I want to do, any script that comes to me. Right now I have those budgets to do. Definitely from now on, maybe every year at least one film, proper action film, which can probably be a benchmark film for certain people, certain filmmakers also. I'll try to do that. There's one film I've signed right now, maybe it goes on first in a couple of months.
Okay.
That will be an action-packed film. It will be. I'm trying to make it the best, whatever possible. What I have seen or what I have done till now.
Yeah. Who is directing the film?
Mahesh Surapneni. It's a cop story. It's too early because the production was didn't announce it. Maybe in weeks or two they announce it too. But we've been working on it for the past few months. The entire stunt choreography is going to be done somewhere from a foreign choreographer, fight master.
Wow.
So still too early.
Yeah, but looks interesting.
Yeah.
Correct. And last couple of questions. What next for you? Like, what's in the pipeline for you apart from the film that you mentioned? What's happening on the work front for you apart from that?
There's one film that the teaser is just released. This Amai Gurinchi Cheppali, directed by Mohan Krishna. And there's another untitled film which we already started shooting in the direction of Harsha, who's a director, actor, and also writer. Another film that I just mentioned in Bhagya Creations, that's a production of Bhagya Creations, in the direction of Mahesh. And there is another one directed by Abhilash Reddy, who's directed this web series called Loser 2 for Z.
Okay.
That's going to be produced by Z Studios itself.
Okay.
So right now, these are the films that are already there in the pipeline and go on floors very soon.
Correct. And can we expect something from you and Mahesh Babu together in the film front? It would be very exciting to see the two of you in a film.
Yeah, this is one question a lot of people ask me in every interview, but there should be a good script that supports my love to see both me and Mahesh on in the same film,
Yeah.
so that it can be a long-lasting memory also. I hope there's someone listening to our interview right now and writing a very good script that suits both of us. Whatever it is, antagonist, protagonist, anything works for me.
Correct.
In case it's Mahesh there. Hopefully, let's see. I want to see myself too.
Correct. And last words before signing off?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to thank each and everyone who's been my biggest support. I can promise them one. I mean, I've chosen great scripts. I feel with experience for the last 10 years. I have a strong feeling that I won't disappoint them, and I thank them and request them to support me, continue supporting me. That's it.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Sudhir. It was lovely talking to you, and wish you all the best for the film and everything else that you are doing.
Thank you, Umesh. Lovely talking to you.